My people, welcome back to my channel. So on today's menu is yam porridge. Let's see how I made this yummy, sumptuous yam porridge. Hi guys, so let me introduce us to the ingredients. So the first on our list, which of course is the main ingredient, is yam, which has been washed and cut into cubes behind cameras. I didn't want to waste your time, guys, so I did that off camera. Then we have palm oil, even though I didn't get the one I would have loved to use. Then salt, tomato paste, blended crayfish, and chopped onions. Then we also have smoked fish, which has also been washed and shredded. Then we are using paprika and scotch bonnet pepper. Then also our seasoning cubes. So the first thing we did was to pour in the yam into the pot and then pour in our blended paprika and scotch bonnet peppers. Then I added the chopped onions. And then the next thing I did was to add water. Even though this wasn't enough, I added much more water eventually. So the next thing I added was tomato paste. As you can see, I added tomato paste. That's about just one tube of tomato paste will do for 1 tuber of yam. So that's kind of also adds to the redness and thickness. So the next thing I added was stock water. Sorry guys, I didn't show you guys this one when I was listing the ingredients. So I added stock water from meat, and I also added more water to it. Just add enough water to fill up to the level of the yam. Just make sure it's equal to the level of the yam. It depends on how watery or how thick you want your porridge to be. So after that, we added salt, and yes, so that's for now. These are everything we're going to be adding, and then we are going to cover it up and bring it to a boil. So after 20 minutes, I checked it again, and as you can see, the ingredients have circulated and then boiled. At this point, I added crushed seasoning cubes. I added 4 crushed seasoning cubes. That's to 1 tuber of yam. This is 1 tuber of yam. So I added 4 seasoning cubes, and then at this point, I added this washed smoked fish that has been shredded. Yes, so after adding these things, I mixed everything up and then covered it up again and allowed it to cook so that everything will simmer and incorporate into each other. So this was after another 20 minutes. I checked it, and at this point the yam was soft. I mean fork tender. Try to check it with your fork to see if it's fork tender. So at this point, I poured in the blended crayfish. I love crayfish, so I added lots of it. So now I added 2 cooking spoons of blended crayfish. I mean, for 1 tuber of yam, 2 cooking spoons of blended crayfish is not too much. I mean, is crayfish even ever too much? It's a local dish, so you need lots of these things, right? So now, if you notice, guys, we haven't added our palm oil, and that's because the palm oil is going to come last because we don't want it to burn. So it's going to come last. So we're leaving it for another 10 minutes. And this is after 10 minutes. We can see everything is cooking. Everything is boiling. I'm sure you can even perceive the aroma from here, guys. This menu is very easy to cook. Very affordable and also fast. I can't even mention how many varies I've mentioned. That's to tell you it is super easy, yummy, and fast. So now at this point it's cooked, and the last thing and the only ingredient left is to add our palm oil. Like I said earlier, it's the last thing you're going to add to it. So I added 3 cooking spoons of palm oil, and then I mixed it up again. So after adding the palm oil, we're going to leave it for just 2 minutes. It's just for the palm oil to cook, and 2 minutes is just perfect. So this is it. After 2 minutes, it's done, and the oil is still floating. You can see the oil floating on top, and we don't want that. So we mixed everything up. I mean, for fit farm people, this menu is not for you, but if you don't mind, if you love your palm oil, you can as well go for it. So you see, at this point everything is cooked, and if you want it mashed, you can mash it like I'm doing in this video, but not everybody wants their food mashed. Some love to see their yam, you know, some just love to chew it, you know. And even if you're mashing it, you're not mashing everything, you know, you're still going to leave some yam in it, right? So the next thing is to serve, and we're serving with pomo, peppered pomo. I mean, I'll give you a tutorial of how I made this peppered pomo, but that's for another day. So at this point, everything is ready and served, and as you can see, it's looking yummy. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Please try it out. It is very easy to cook. It is fast and of course very affordable. So I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, please take care of yourselves and God bless you.